All right, here we go. We are live again, and this time I have my audio on so that if Jen comes and smears cheese on the table and I yell at her about it, everybody will know this time, and it won't just look like me silently mouthing curses at nobody. Hello, everybody. Hi. That's a fucking way to start this thing. Welcome to the third Q&A session for the Sick and Wrong 72-hour film Debacle. My name is Steven Stull. I'm the creator of the Sick and Wrong Film Festival, as well as the Debacle, and probably the first guy to ever think to challenge filmmakers to make a movie in a certain limited, narrow time frame. I'm taking credit for that. That's my idea. Like I said, this is the third Q&A. I got some filmmakers here waiting, so I'm going to go ahead and let them in, and we'll start chatting. But before I do, I just want to remind you, whoever you are, you can watch all 34 of the movies, all 34 short films that were created for the Debacle for free this Friday, December 11th, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. The website is in the description of this video, or I guess I can just say it in case whatever. It's watch.eventive.org/debacle, or you can just go to sickandwrongfilm.com, sickandwrongfilm.com, and follow the link from there. It's all over our social media, but please come watch. These movies are going to play live, and they're going to play once, and that's it. After that, you're going to have to track down all the filmmakers if you want to watch them. So please come join us. And again, it is totally free. So now let's talk to some of these people. Letting everyone in the room right now. All right. Hey. First person I see up on my screen, I'm just going to go down. Hello, everybody. Hi, nice to see all of you. I'm just going to go top to bottom and meet all of you and ask you a little bit, and then we'll get into some stuff here. First time, before I forget this time around, I want to introduce Tracy Allen down at the corner of my screen anyway. How you doing, Tracy? From like an hour ago. Tracy is a writer. Good. Glad to hear it. Tracy is a writer for pophorror.com, and I really appreciate having her here to chat with you folks. But let's go back to the top of my screen here and talk with this hooligan, this Yahoo looking Selfish John character, whose name is actually, I don't know if I should out him or not since he put Selfish John on his Zoom, but this is Jeff Frumess.
It's not my account. I stole it.
Stole somebody's Zoom.
I was like, oh, no, this is my friend's account. I didn't switch it back. So hi.
Hi, Jeff. How are you?
What's up? What's up?
So, Jeff, I don't have a lot of questions, I guess, for the people participating in this because we've never done this before. But I'm curious, what brought you to? I know you've been a fan. What brought you to the Debacle? How did you end up embroiled in this mess?
Well, I mean, you and I have been friends. We've crossed paths on the film festival circuit, and Sick and Wrong has been in my peripheral for some time, and just waiting for the right time and place to get involved. Haven't made my feature imploded this year, and so I was like, I just need to make stuff. And when I saw this, I was like, I got to put a team together, and I did, and they're here now as well. You'll meet them.
Do we have? Okay, so yeah, I didn't recognize all the names who came up here. Are these some of your folks?
Yeah. So Matt and Chris in this room. Matt, I've never said his last name out loud.
Give it a shot.
Ritaco.
You got it.
Ritico?
No,
Ritaco.
You got it.
Hey, Ritaco.
It's close enough. It's
And that's Chris Lavigna.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, it's Lavinia, but we'll go with Lavigna too. We'll make it. It all works. It's nobody cares about our names.
Yeah, not really. They won't remember.
Come on. Yeah.
Well, welcome, gentlemen. You guys all. Did you guys know anything about Sick and Wrong before, or just through this Yahoo?
I think I'd applied. I had sent in some of my shorts to Sick and Wrong in the past, so I definitely heard of you guys. Always been on my radar.
I just want to say that if anybody's ever had a film in Sick and Wrong, the festival, I was the one who approved it. And if anyone had a movie rejected, somebody else did that. So,
oh yeah, screw whoever that was.
Yeah, whoever that jerk was. So,
nice.
Jeff, Yeah. What was your assignment for your team?
Okay, so our assignment was actually, I was shocked because I was listening to a little bit of the earlier Q&A, and
Yeah.
our assignment was murderous, and what was the other one? Hiding a monstrous body part, which we did a re-roll. We got what did we get, Matt?
No, the first thing we got was inappropriate sexual response.
Oh yeah,
we went for the re-roll, and I mean, both of them were okay, but like we were stoked about murderous, and then I was amazed to hear that someone else had the exact same thing as us. So I am super stoked to see how they interpreted their cues.
I will tell you without
that'll
giving anything away, I'll tell you that you guys both wound up with very different movies.
That makes me so happy, man. Because that's what's so beautiful about what you cooked up. Just this idea that not only was everything by a roll of the dice by chance, but you also just sort of like you let everybody get their thing, and then everybody just interprets it in their own way.
So the other team had both murderous and hiding a monstrous body part, like we did.
There were a bunch of murderouses, and there were a few other hiding a monstrous body part, but one team did get murderous and hiding a monstrous body part. And they were the fellas in the I think it was the Caldwell brothers from the last Q&A. But yeah, you guys went in different directions.
Very cool.
Both got murder, both got some pretty monstrous body parts. Oh God, this kills me. I've been complaining about this for every one of these Q&As because I can't talk about your movies because they haven't screened yet. But God, please, everybody come watch the screenings because oh man, your movie's incredible. It's so delightful. You have okay, so I'm gonna maybe pat you back a little bit too much before I get to these other folks here for a second.
That's okay.
Please.
Go
for it. Pat,
we're dying for your validation.
You have this thing that I am always looking for in the festival, which is you have like a hook. You have this kind of horrific hook in your movie, which the monstrous body part, right? It's great. It's fantastic. But that's not the only thing in this movie. You have so much other stuff like on top of it too. The humor. I'm thinking about some bits of conversation that are fucking hilarious. I don't even want to get into it because I don't want to prime anybody for it. But that conversation in the car, I loved it. It's one of those things where you're like, is this still going? Is this still? And then it like rolls back around to being hilarious. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna stop talking about the movies. Everybody come watch the movies on Friday. So Jeff and Chris and Matt, I will come back to you guys for some horror stories, but I'm gonna introduce everybody else here in the room. Brian, you're back. Oh, okay. All right.
More than one stream or not. There was only rules about stock footage. There was nothing about coming in more than one.
You're right. I did not make a rule that you couldn't come into more than one Q&A.
I wasn't sure. Is it okay?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Well, Sean just got off work. He's coming in. Just have him out front of the house.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm Brian with Goat King.
Goat King Writers Club.
King Writers Club.
Well, cool. I'll swing back to you when. Oh my God, we have a film.
Yeah, Sean, give me 1 minute. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna say this before he comes in, but I'm trying to let a filmmaker in who's being really kind of a thorn in my ball sack. Anyway, whatever. Sorry. When he comes in, I'll hey, Mark, are you gonna? Well, we'll get back down to him. All right, Killian, welcome, Killian Gilroy.
Hello, how you doing?
How are you?
Doing pretty good.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Mark is sideways. We'll get to him.
Technical difficulties. Give me 1 second.
So it seems. Where was I? Killing. Yeah. How'd you? Okay. So you were in the festival this year, right? You're in this festival proper, and I assume that's how you found out about the
Debacle. I followed you on and stalked you on every single social media until there was this event that was announced. So
well, I appreciate the attention on these kind of endeavors. Just as long as you don't ever find my OnlyFans account, then I think we'll be all right.
Well, don't you want the money?
Don't want the money. So what was your assignment?
I had mood was nihilistic, and the plot was body parts and fluids in a household container.
So again, I'm not going to spoil anything because the movies are coming Friday. But you wrote music. You wrote a song.
I wrote lyrics
You wrote
down.
lyrics. Okay.
So I knew right from the get-go that I wanted to do a song because whenever I hear a jingle or something, I'm like, it hooks you in right away and you remember it. So I was hoping to do something like that, and hopefully I accomplished, but I just tried to do as much as I could on my end and see if we can collaborate and do something in 72 hours. So it was a lot of fun. It was a little happy mess, but we all had a lot of fun participating from our own households, getting my little brother to do camera and that type of thing. So we had a lot of fun with that.
I think Matthew, next to you on my screen here, was maybe the first person to turn his movie in, but yours was the first one that I watched, and it was a lot of fun.
I'm sure it's very different than everyone else's, and I'm sure everyone else's is very different from everyone else's.
Everyone, right?
So,
They're all.
I'm sure nothing is similar. I just want to ask though, how did you decide with the what was it, 24-sided die? Like
No, the 20-sided die.
20-sided die. How'd you decide what the plots were gonna be?
With the-
Did you just random word generator that?
Over the course of about a week, I just sort of came up with them all. I don't know. I came up with almost all of them. Jennifer came up with a couple of them, at least one.
You let her only come up with
I
one.
let her. Yeah, I would. That's a new couch. Get your claws out of that couch. Sorry, my cat is clawing
That's
the
Jennifer.
new couch. No, yes, she's fucking up the couch right now. Stop it. We bought that. Yeah, no, I just came up with them. I knew it's always the cat. The cat will never leave me alone when I'm doing anything live. I don't know. I just wanted to give the most opportunity for people to like interpret what was going on, and also still make sure that the movies would end up kind of fucked up, you know?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So that's what I went. I don't know where it came from. It's just like like about a week, I just kept writing everything down as I was coming to it. And some of the things I got rid of, some things I tweaked a little bit. I'm really sad that nobody took on the mantle of finding something unexpected in a toilet. I was really proud of that one.
Did anyone get that and re-roll because they didn't want it?
One team got it and rerolled. Yeah,
You were
yeah.
like, your heart was racing.
I'm
You're
like,
please don't do it.
yes, and they're like, oh, you monsters. Yeah,
You made the rules.
Yeah, I should have been like, no, you know what, you don't get to reroll.
Not this team, no.
Not you guys. Well, cool. I'm gonna swing back around, everybody, like I said, but let's get everyone introduced. Mr. Rooney, Matthew.
Hi.
How are you, sir?
I'm very well.
Good.
Yourself?
I'm a little loopy right now. I sort of faded a bit at the end of the last Q&A and didn't do anything over the last hour to like sharpen up at all. So who knows where this is going to go tonight.
Are you drinking like a bottle of tequila like in every video?
I am not. I don't know. We killed way too much of that tequila that first night, but it'll make its appearance again this Friday. I'll be bringing it back around on Friday. How did you hear about the debacle, Matthew?
Well, I'm a sick and not wrong veteran, and I just saw it on Facebook or Instagram. I don't remember which.
Yeah. Sicky winner, Matthew Rooney here.
Yay.
He got the very last scariest Sicky that was ever given before I started mixing up the awards a little bit for his movie.
It was so scary it had to be retired.
That's right. You put an end to the scary awards. You gave our judge nightmares, actually. I'm curious because she's a judge this time around for the debacle, and I'm curious how she's going to react to the movie that you put in. Again, I'm not spoiling anything, but it's pretty disturbing. I thought it's pretty on brand for you. What was your assignment?
I had Murderous, and I had I believe it was an odd collection or unusual collection.
A disturbing collection. Yeah.
Yes, that's the word.
And without naming what it is, did you actually own that collection already? Was that your collection?
I had them from an art project which I was working on a while ago. Yeah.
What a convenient excuse.
Yep,
Yeah,
two uses.
Well, cool. So I'm gonna talk to everybody about like what your experience was like and all that stuff. But Sean, you are also from the Goat King Writers Club. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
welcome.
I'm from the. Yeah, thank you, man. I've been watching the last couple of these, man. So it's spun
Oh.
out seeing my face in the Zoom meeting.
You're the
I
star.
like what I'm saying. What's that?
You're the star.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize you at first. You look a little bit different than you did in the movie. Just a tiny smidge.
Just a little bit, man. Just a little bit.
Well, cool. I guess did who was it in your team who heard about the debacle and brought it to the table?
It was me. Brian mentioned it earlier. I saw it on the Perth
that's right.
Perth
That's
horror
right.
fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, 72 hours, I'm sure I can muster up something watchable. So we'll find out on it's Saturday our time, so Friday night you'll be able to see whether it's 4 minutes. So if you can stick to the end, I'd really appreciate
it. Yeah, the end is the high point. I loved it. God, that means it's gonna be like, what was your mood again? It was horny.
Ours was horny and reveal yourself to be something other than human.
Right.
Which was a great opportunity to like really show off my dramatic chops.
Yeah. God, what's it gonna be? 6 o'clock here is like 8 a.m. 7 a.m. Yeah. Good Lord. Sorry.
So scrambled eggs and coffee and maybe a little bit of Irish whiskey just to spice it up a little bit. So it should be fun.
That's how I start all my days anyway. I just without the scrambled eggs and coffee. Well, cool. I'll be right back. And finally, our I got to hold off on all my editorializing. I've been nice to see you again, Mark. How are you?
Good. How are you, Steven?
I'm doing well.
Nice to see you too.
How did you hear about the debacle, sir?
I heard about it from being a Sick and Wrong alumni.
That's right. You were also you were in the 2019 program. Is that correct?
And yes, I was. Yes.
With your far future Android love romance play.
Made far in the past.
Made far in the past.
Right.
Well, what was your team's assignment? God.
So you gave us the mood of anxiety, and the plot element was a disturbing collection, as well as your other friend there.
My other friend. Listen, there are strangers, people I've never met, like Sean Conway I've never met before this moment. So, this isn't just, I don't know what you're insinuating, Mr. Brousseau.
Well, actually, I feel like, is Jeff Frumess on this call too? I thought I saw him pop up before on my phone.
Yeah.
So
Jeff is up there. Jeff
and I have never officially met or spoken, but we've both beat each other up in a no bunny pit several times. That's a fact.
In what now?
In a no bunny pit.
What is a no?
Multiple times. No bunny is a punk band.
Oh, well, we can't hear you, Jeff. Jeff, you're mute.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
What I was saying before, I was saying, shut the fuck up. No,
that's an absolute fact.
Wait. First, I was saying was a punk band. No Bunny is no more.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, sadly, tragically, for a lot of reasons. Wait a minute. So wait, what? This is crazy. Wait, so you're in New York?
Yeah. Well, I'm in New Brunswick now, but I'm from New York.
Oh my God, what shows were you at that we might have?
The Rooftop Show.
Oh, that was a great
I think,
show.
second.
That was a great show. Saint Elsewhere, great show. We lost your mark.
We lost him. Well, that's too bad.
I don't mean to commandeer this. Go ahead.
I was going to sit back and let you guys reminisce about the New York punk scene in the I don't know, early 2000s, I guess, somewhere. Well, we lost Mark. He'll be back anyway. So I'm curious. I'm asking everybody this. Have you guys participated in like 48-hour or other time contests before? Filming contests. So that's a no from Matthew. Yeah, you sort of participated.
Yeah, so with my friends, when I went to Full Sail in Florida, we did bi-weekly challenges where
Okay.
Every single one of us picked a requirement, and the loser had to face the punishment. And it was it like went on for a while. It went on from from September 2019 all the way until May 2020 when we graduated. So we had actually exactly 20 different challenges. So we just constantly did it, and this kind of prepped me for an opportunity like this. So it wasn't anything official. It was just like a lot of fun, and we used each other. So we used each other,
Well, that's what you do. You gotta use what you have, and sometimes that means your friends. And
well, this was a good opportunity though, because now I can officially say I participated in a timed film festival.
Well, cool. What? So, who had anybody have an easy shoot? Matthew had a pretty okay. Matthew, I have to ask you something again. I'm trying not to spoil. Did you do? What am I hearing? Am I hearing me?
Probably.
Okay. Is it Mark?
It might be Mark. I'm back.
It might be Mark. Okay.
Mark, I think your speakers are too loud.
Oh yeah, hold up.
You got some headphones?
Better?
We'll all wait.
Better? No?
It's fine. You know what? I'm just gonna mute you until it's your turn again.
Go ahead.
Matthew, did you hurt yourself? It looked like you hurt. No? Okay, good. I was worried about that. Because I don't know. I'm not gonna ask too much specific, but it really looked like you have a real like one person show in your movie.
Yeah, well, so I'm in Oshawa, which is a suburb of Toronto. Most of the people I was going to work with are in Toronto. And then about a week before the challenge occurred, Toronto was put under lockdown and Oshawa was moved to code red. So.
Oh, yeah. Nice. So, you weren't going to be bringing I think you may do pretty well.
Yeah, I think I would like to think I did. I think it was as professional as it could be.
I thought it was great. I will confess, and I said this to you before, in the first like 30 or 40 seconds of it, I thought, oh God, did Matthew phone this in? Is this just going to be? And then as I started paying attention, it just got more and more insidious and more upsetting until the climax. And I thought, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, he stepped up to this challenge. That's for sure. I think you have a bit of set dressing that really sells your scene.
I think so.
Did you own that already? I guess
I have a collection. I collect I collect things, and I'm not spoiling what it is, but it's like I have like 75 different things. Not
we can say flag. It's okay. It's a flag.
Yeah, okay, 75 different. I collect flags for like mainly American and Canadian flags for like different eras and stuff like that. It's pretty easy to get access to.
It's pretty wild. You guys have to watch this movie. Please come watch all these movies.
I am like really curious now. Now that I was like, when you said collection, like my mind is going wild, and then you're just like flags, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm intrigued by a flag collection. How that plays in.
That's actually not like Matthew himself has a disturbing collection of flags, but in the movie he just has this one flag hanging up somewhere, and then the collection is something else that is really uncomfortable. But I'm gonna stop teasing his movie so much, stop talking it up so much. Matthew Ritako, I wanted to ask you.
Yes, sir.
How did the casting decisions come down? Did you fight for that role, or from somebody else in the crew?
Oh no, it was going to be me the whole time.
It was going to be you the whole time. Awesome.
Why would it be anybody else?
Who else would do what he does?
It's incredible. It's absolutely
nobody could have done what he did. He was great. He just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. So did you have you guys worked together before on any kind of film projects or something like that?
Oh well, Chris and I, we've been working together our entire adult lives. We met
Oh,
like
yeah.
right at the end of high school, and just about everything that we've done, the other person has had some involvement. And Jeff, we both know Jeff through a mutual friend, another guy that we've worked with. And once we started linking up with him, this is a couple years ago now.
Yeah.
But once we started linking up with him, like Jeff and I have been doing some stuff, and honestly get along with that guy real well too. So I've known both of them for a very long time. Basically everything I've done in the last 12 years has been with one of them, if not both now.
If not
Wow.
both.
We
Nice.
find a good thing and we stick with it. That's our motto, you know. It's-
If it ain't broke, right?
yeah.
What are you gonna fuck with my cables again, cat? Get out of here. This is
The cat loves XLR
I know,
cables.
I know.
That cat,
I got it coiled up right here.
you haven't learned your lesson. When we do Stephen and I have done some podcasts together, and the cat just always goes for the XLR cables, like catnip, electronic catnip.
Speaking of teams, Mark, you have a probably one of the larger casts of any of the movies in the program. Why were these people willing to work with you? You're muted, sir. I give you such a hard time. Nobody yeah, you're still muted, so I'm just gonna say, yeah, no, we can't hear you. Now you're fucking with me. All right, well, we'll come back to him later.
Minute, hold on, I'm here.
Okay, we didn't hear any of that.
So yeah. So I was asking myself that question throughout the whole shoot. I don't know how I got so many people to show up, and we actually had an even bigger crew. So like I was able to just throw like 5 or 6 people at a room and tell them to dismantle it, and we built all the sets in like the first night. So it was intense.
How much building was involved? I just assumed you had a really creepy looking house or something.
Yeah, I mean, I have a creepy looking old attic. So, I mean, everything in the attic stuff was made for, I mean, apart from the walls.
Yeah.
But yeah, we built that set.
Wow. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't talk about the movie at all, but I was impressed with the scope of it, like the scale of the movie, since it was created over the course of 72 hours. A lot of people had like really incredible small scale films. Like Matthews is literally one shot for 9 grueling minutes. It was great. Like there's a lot of small scale stuff, but you had like scenes and transitions and like a cast full of people. I say full of people. I think it's like 3 people.
Yeah, there's about 3 people, but I think on set we probably had about 10.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we couldn't have done it if everybody involved in it worked on my last film. So like we were kind of like we all were
Puppet
used to
in the
working
Pie.
with each other. Yeah.
Hey, is Puppet in the Pie
And we're all
playing
nuts.
anywhere right now?
So, what?
Is Puppet in the Pie playing anywhere right now? That's your last film, right?
It is, yeah. It's playing in Planet 9 Film Festival the day after this film festival.
So as long as it doesn't conflict with the Debacle, you guys should all go watch Puppet in the Pie. Mark won't let me watch it actually.
That's not a fact. I sent it to you. You chose not to watch it.
So we're gonna get into this again. We're gonna fight in front of the kids right now. I'm gonna go talk to Sean for a minute because we're gonna have to duke this out. Sean. Oh, hey. So you have some makeup, a pretty decent makeup job going on in your movie.
Yeah, it was done by a lady called Desiree Crossing, who it was definitely not in her wheelhouse. She does she's like an award-winning artist and stuff like that. And I was like, "Do you do face makeup?" And she's like, "Yeah, I suppose." So yeah, her pieces go for like thousands of dollars, and then she's just done some makeup for our movie for free. So you know, it's good to know who you know sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. I was talking with Brian in the last Q&A about how you guys didn't have the same struggles as everybody else in the Debacle because
we had some struggles.
Yeah, well, okay. What kind of struggles did you have? If it was not COVID struggles, though.
No.
Yeah.
But, well, because for starters, we wanted to make the movie black and white. You know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we're classy like that. You know how it is. And you saw the face makeup. And
it would have been a tragedy.
We did the black and white test, and we kind of thought that might send out a different sort of message.
Okay. Yes. Bullet
Very
dodge.
politically correct message that we're not really keen to be
Yes.
putting out there. So that was one
See-
struggle, but we kept it in there for one scene. We kept a little bit of black and white there, just to really emphasize the lasers. So that was always the option. The other one was
lasers. I remember the lasers. Oh god. Sorry. Sorry.
and then my departure at the end when I go into the water was meant to be a lot more dramatic and a bit more, cinematic, but the tide was out, so we walked about 100 yards into the water and it didn't get any deeper. So it just there's some, like I'm halfway in the middle of the river, just like it's not getting any fucking deeper. And it's and the other drama we had, the alleyway scene. I don't know if you guys have it in America, booze buses, where the cops all line up on the road, and breathalyzers.
Oh, okay, okay.
And, yeah, so we shot that in an alleyway in like the party area of Perth on a Saturday night, and the booze buses were just up the road. So all these drunks kept using the alleyway as like a diversion. So like every time we tried to do a take, some
couple of drunks would come walking.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, we had a few dramas, but nothing too crazy. No one got hurt, so that's all good.
I still don't believe Matthew there that he didn't hurt himself in his movie. I really feel like
I didn't.
I don't believe you. I don't.
I shot something, tried to shoot something over the summer, using like the same sort of setup.
Yeah.
Which I did get hurt during, but this one, no.
This one was safe. This one was clear. Oh, good. Seriously? Do you guys hear that? I hope you don't hear that. You do hear that. Of course you hear that. This fucking cat is the bane of all of my broadcast attempts.
What's it clawing at
Can
now?
we see the cat? Can you just show us the cat?
I don't know. I got all my wires and shit hooked up here.
Oh, just
Can you see him?
I don't see a cat. You're lying. There is no cat.
There's no cat. I'm making it
You're
up.
just
You're making up
this
a cat.
Making up everything. Fuck. I
Could
just
have had a
beeped all my
great
audio
jump
out.
scare come out of that.
That's right. Jen should have jumped up right at the. Okay, so he's settled down. He loves, it's you guys know what it is with cats. Like they don't care what you buy for them. They just want like the packaging that it comes in. And so he's got this paper packaging that he just loves, and he decided to crinkle it all up and live with it. Oh, Jen's gonna come prove me right here. This is Gandalf, everybody. This is my jerk cat.
Okay. Okay.
adorable.
You have a cat.
We've been satisfied. There's
believe
proof of
you
cat now.
There's proof of cat.
Yep. Yeah. You got a POC there. Proof of cat.
I'm going to need to see the cat walk.
This
away.
is what he loves. This is what he loves. Is this paper trash?
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Fair enough,
The
cat.
pet cemetery cat.
Church.
He kind of does.
I don't know if I
yeah.
believe that's a real
Church.
cat. Might be a puppy. Wasn't on its own.
That's true. We saw Jen holding the cat.
Operating it.
We didn't see the cat by itself. We just saw Jen holding the cat. It could have been an elaborate cat puppet.
I know, and that
Cat
paper
Gate
proves nothing.
2020.
Well, I wonder sometimes about him. He doesn't have a tail, and he doesn't do any cat-like stuff. Like he doesn't cuddle or I don't know. Maybe he'll jump up on my computer like he did during the Sick and Wrong Q&As, and then you'll have some proof of him walking around on my computer. Anyway, I spent too much time talking about you. Okay. So what, fuck, I don't know. I've never done this before. I don't know what to ask you guys. How to like how different was your and this is for everybody, how different was your finished movie from what you conceived of at the time that you got your assignments? We'll start with Jeff.
Well, it's interesting. So it's an interesting question because we actually got together and we tried to do some writing sessions. We did a bunch of writing sessions.
Mm-hmm.
We went through all the scenarios and we tried to come up with things. And we actually had some really great stuff for emo. We were kind of hoping to get emo because we were prepared for emo.
I thought you had one of your guys kind of dressed up in an emo character kind of. I saw the black lipstick. That's why.
Oh yeah, Tristan, I guess was kind of doing emo a little bit. If you think
Tristan was a little emo. I don't know what Tristan was. That was his. We kind of lipstick got mentioned a few times, and he just went for it, and it just worked for me. I don't know, it worked for me. I guess
No, it looked good.
These guys, but we tried to be as prepared as possible. And what's kind of funny, without making a conscious decision to do so, we got our stuff and then we went to have a final writing session and we basically wrote from scratch.
Yeah.
I think, guys, am I right about that? Matt,
Yeah.
Chris?
yeah, kind of like more or less planned it out in the White Plains Mall,
Right. Yeah. We just blocked it out. We sort of knew what what it was, the location. Cause the thing is, we're obviously not in a pod or anything. So everything we had to do had to be done outside to be COVID compliant. So, or in a large space and with masks and stuff. And, just about every single thing we did, even though we had a couple of risque shots. But we had to, so we're hanging out in this mall and we basically were like, okay, well, if this is our location, we didn't end up even using the mall. So it's kind of funny how literally everything came together in that 72 hours from start to finish, despite no matter how much we tried to be prepared. And it really was a lesson when it comes to, being a filmmaker or just, trying to make stuff in that you can plan and plan and plan, and you should plan and plan and plan. But just because you plan and plan and plan doesn't mean that you're going to be prepared for the day of production.
I also like the idea, like from a writing standpoint, I like the idea of just writing a ton of stuff before you even begin to write the thing that you need to write.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It's a
We had
good
fun with
exercise.
that. Yeah.
Cool. So Killian, what about you? When you got your assignment from compare the idea that you got in your head when you got your assignment versus the final movie that you turned in, how different were they, or was it a perfect execution of your original idea?
No, it wasn't exactly a perfect execution. I knew that I didn't have like a crew with me. I didn't have all these resources. So it's kind of just like, yeah, I'm just going to wing it. I had a couple shifts in between. So I just thought of my ideas.
That's right. Oh, sorry. I was making fun of people in the last session because I had a couple of people in the last Q&A who they got their assignment and then they went and had some pizza, or they got their assignment and they went to bed, but you got your assignment and then fucking had to go to work.
Straight to work until 1 a.m.
Oh,
and
man.
then I had work again that Sunday. So
no.
I'm going to use that. And then I worked on Saturday. So I have all of Friday to film, and then I'll get the music from this guy. I'll have this and this. And then I was like, all right, I'm just going to stay up really late on Saturday and we're just going to figure this out. And it was a lot of fun. Like I said, I'm just not going to stress. I'm just be very calm with it. Whatever works. And even though it's not as high production or high budget as I'm sure some of the others, I made it work and I used what I could, and very, very happy with the end product, I have to say.
I've talked with a lot of the filmmakers who were working basically alone or in very, very small groups, and they've all been like really reticent about showing their faces on camera. And again, I'm not going to spoil it, but I think you found a really ingenious way to get around showing your own face in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to, because I do a lot of things where I'm like, well, I don't have an actor, so I'll just use myself. And it's like, I like doing that. I have fun acting, but I'm like, what if I kind of switch it up a little bit so I don't have to get all dolled up in front of the camera for my close-up? So I'm just like, let me figure this out. And I had a lot of fun with the animations and all that too.
Yeah.
Just, even as corny as it all is, I think it melded itself into something that I would have never thought of before, and that's the whole fun of it. So without
That's
this
awesome.
challenge or without the motivation, this thing wouldn't have even existed. No matter how good, bad, whatever it is, it's still a baby. So I'm very happy with what I've made.
No, I'm very glad you made it. I was happy to watch it. It was I was laughing the whole time I was watching.
Oh, I'm very, very happy to hear
was
that.
a
I'm very
good-
excited to show my friends too,
Yeah.
because they haven't seen it. Even the
Oh, they
people
haven't
who
seen
helped
it.
me out. No, because I'm like, just see it for free. Support
Yes.
support
Thank
the
you.
arts.
Thank you. That's sweet.
Yeah, you get one chance. Just do it.
How
All
about
right,
you?
Steven. Anyways, I
sorry.
gotta run real quick.
Oh, sure.
But thank you so much for hosting this, and I'm very excited to see every single one of your guys' short films. I think I added like every single one of you guys on Facebook, so just add me back.
Awesome.
All right, bye
Looking
guys.
forward to seeing
Thanks a
yours
lot,
too, man.
Killian.
Thank you.
Adios.
Bye.
Give me, man.
Matthew, you so how different was your final product? Because you expected to have people to work with, right?
So originally I expect so yeah, there's two versions. Originally I expected to have at least 4 people I was working with. And then that went to shit. And then I tapered my expectations, of course. Ultimately when I got the 3 days before the assignment, I kind of had loose ideas for maybe like half of how everything could go.
Mhm.
And so when ultimately came down to this one, originally I was like, sweet. And I knew how I was going to work it too, music wise.
Oh yeah.
Originally I wanted to, I won't say how it goes or what unfolds, but like originally I wanted to use Book of Love by Magnetic Fields, and that went to shit because you were like, no, you can't,
no,
you can't do that. And I was like, okay,
yeah, I don't want to
fine.
get, I don't want to get like, I'm going to be screening these things. I'm going to be on the hook for the rights and whatnot. Well, actually not, because you guys all signed the thing. But
Yeah.
I
And I
will
also,
say you messaged me. I think it was like Friday evening about like, yeah, I got my idea, and I think I finally picked the music. And when you said that, and I'm thinking, God, it's Friday night already. At the time, I thought, that's ridiculous. He spent this whole time looking up public domain music. Why shouldn't? And then having seen your movie, that was a vital decision. It was absolutely like woven into the thread of the movie. Like I take it back. I eat my words. It was time well spent, I think.
yeah. And beyond that, the other thing that's different is, yeah, there are things about it which I feel don't work, but I will
Oh,
let people decide on their own.
hmm. Yeah, don't say anything because I felt like it
Okay.
worked pretty well. But
Yeah.
that's yeah. Okay. Well, Sean, I know besides the black and white, were there any other big ways that your finished movie wound up different from your original conception?
Yeah, we had the
And the
last.
waves. Yeah. Sorry.
No, we had one scene at the end that we cut before we shot it. It was so one of the characters was gonna kill themselves in the last scene by hanging, and then during the credits, you were just gonna hear like this loud, cartoonish choking sound as the credits played. So, but then something
Jesus.
happened, and then we kind of it would have been in bad taste for us to put that put that scene in. So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that would have been a heavy way to end that movie. Fuck. I
No,
mean,
well, I would have. The choking sound would have made it worthwhile.
so we'll look for the alternate ending on the director's cut Blu-ray.
Definitely.
How about you, Mark? Did your movie end up differently from how you conceived it?
Well, we didn't really conceive anything until we got the apart from the ending scene, which is something I had kind of had in my mind for a long time.
Hmm.
And it was really just that final image that I'd kind of like had in my mind. And my writing partner and we wrote it on Thursday night after I got out of work. He took the meeting with you because I was
Evan, yeah.
actively working. And then when I got on the phone with him, he was like, what do you think of like a riff on the Glass Menagerie? And like, I was anxious at the time because I didn't know what the fuck we were going to do. So I'm like, no, I don't think that's going to work at all, And then, I talked to him about it, and I was like, well, you write some dialogue and I'll write the action. Right. And we thought it was going to be like a 8 to 10 minute movie. It ended up being like 20 minutes long.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
I can't say enough good things about my team, man. Like we had a score written for it. I did all the editing. I didn't sleep at all. But yeah, my team is definitely the best.
Your cast is incredible. I mean, obviously everybody on your crew is good because the movie came out so well, but like your cast is really riveting. You have one actor who's particularly memorable. Not saying anything, but whoever played the
woman
mother.
in drag.
Yeah.
He's one of my best friends, and he's amazing.
Incredible.
I really can't say enough good things about like find people who just get what you get, the same shit you get.
Yeah.
And like when you collaborate with those people, it just works.
Yeah. Sigh. I have a little trouble convincing people to get on board with the stuff I want to shoot generally. But I'm glad you got your team.
Well, that's what's good about this festival, though.
Yeah. I've joined some collaborative projects that I've come on through knowing people on the festival, and it's been very cool. It's been very, very cool. Yeah. You got a glass of juice there, Jeff?
Juice.
I'm gonna get yelled at because that
I don't know what you're talking. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm just a juice fan.
I'm a juice fan as well. I just want to give a quick shout out to Tracy Allen at pophorror.com, because pophorror.com is super duper supportive of indie horror stuff. I'm so stoked that she is in this chat right now. I Pop Horror covered my film Romeo's Distress at one point, I believe. I think there's some, you guys wrote me up, and I was eternally grateful for that and for the coverage. And I appreciate the work you guys do. And I just wanted to give a quick salute and shout out for that. So
yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for
very
being
much.
here.
Easy when there's awesome stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I felt this year, I'll get a little confessional here for a second. But I felt this year like I did the first year I did the festival, which was that I didn't know whether it would be a huge, flaming, embarrassing shit pile of embarrassment. And I am just as blown away as I was that first year of the festival. You guys, you all nailed it. Like, I'm amazed at what came of this thing. So if the debacle is a thing worth remembering at all, it's because of all the stuff you filmmakers put into it. So thank you all for that. And I'm glad to have Tracy here to witness, me floundering in these Q&As, but just to be part of all this.
you know what, man? It's honestly, I have to tell you, I'm completely blown away at the work that you guys have put into this. And like, it totally, so I have to say, from your organizational end of things, it was pretty great, man. From the idea, the concept, especially during this time, to the idea of using the die, the 24-sided dice, to just leaving it completely to chance, to the way that you coordinated the Zoom links. You put the ball in our court. You gave us the option of deciding when we wanted to get our thing. It was just so, it was like passive resistance of like not trying to get people to do stuff, but being like, okay, here's how we're doing it, up to you to close the gap there. And I think it's so far, I mean, it's been it's not over yet, but so far it's been pretty freaking great. And the thing that I think is best of all, and then I'll shut up, is I was kind of wondering, how are you going to give out the things? And then I saw the dice and I'm thinking, oh, well, he's going to cross that off or something. He'll cross off the thing. And then, but you literally, you left everything to chance, in the sense that you're going to get so many different combinations of things. Some people have the same thing. Some people have one element that's the same. And you have people from all over the place, including, down under in Australia and stuff. I mean, it's so cool. What a cool, fun, inclusive idea. And I hope that it's successful enough that you would do something like this next year, because I'd definitely get down on something like this next year for sure. Just want to say that.
Thanks, man. Like, I'm really bad at like sincerity. I appreciate it. It makes me feel really good to hear you say that. I think my philosophy in starting this was the same as it was for the festival, which was like the most important thing was that the creators had to have a good time participating in it. Like, I always wanted Sick and Wrong to be a place where filmmakers would want to come, and I want the debacle to be a thing that people are happy to remember. And so it makes me feel really good to hear you say that, because I didn't want it I've seen, again, this is not shade on any particular other event going on. If you think I'm talking about your event, I'm not. But I've seen people participate in these time challenges before and just be miserable, like just hate it the whole time. And I absolutely didn't want that. So that was kind of like my shaping philosophy for the whole thing. So it really.
So Steve, I wanted to say I've done 3 of these now, and this, of all of them, was the only one I've really fully enjoyed, and it's the only one where I'm like actually proud of the work I did. So, I mean, there's something about Sick and Wrong in general where, like, even listening to you talk about the other categories for the filmmakers in this competition, it's like I'm realizing that, like, my film inadvertently has checked a number of those boxes without even having them assigned. So that just tells me that, like, whatever it is you're doing, like there's a certain kind of box that existed for it that wasn't being checked, you know? So definitely awesome.
Well, thank you very much. I feel like I should say something mean now to just like.
Oh yeah, you should, or
You should.
find some covert way to do it through a message.
You should be like, all of you should just do my podcast. And then,
Yeah, you should. You should all. Mark, you're not invited back to the podcast, but the rest of you should.
That is a fun podcast. We have had some incredible deep dive conversations on the hold up.
Oh
So-
yeah. It's you're all mostly all invited.
This was a fun experience, but it's made me depressed. Like, fuck, how miserable were you at other film competitions? Like, this is my first one. It's like, oh, it's all downhill from here. That's awesome.
You got to be, yeah. It sets a bar, man.
is this a thing in Australia?
What's that?
Oh,
I like the challenge is popular in Australia.
like the 48.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I don't know. This is the first one I've done. So
there's a guy. There's a global 48 that is based out of New Zealand, I think.
Ant Simpson.
Ant Simpsons. Yeah.
Yep.
And that one looks like fun. I don't know anybody who's participated in that one, but
Is it global? I thought it was only limited to New Zealanders.
I thought it was global.
Man, because
Maybe I'm-
I've never entered because I thought it was for only New Zealanders.
Well, don't. I need to go Google that. Don't quote me.
I'm
on
going to
that.
Google it right now.
Oh,
We're gonna find
damn
this
it!
out.
You're gonna
Oh.
call me out right here on my own Q&A.
You know,
I'll echo what Brian said a second ago, though. This is actually the first of these like time challenges I've ever participated in. In fact, like one of the reasons that when Jeff and Matt, they were kind of they brought me in on it. One of the reasons I said yes is because like this is I've never done one before. I've heard about them, and based on my other filmmaking experience, just what I know about it, it's like I always would think like that just sounds like fucking hell. I don't know how I'd ever do that and like maintain my sanity. But yeah, like this was fun as hell. If this has already started me off on a high watermark for ever doing these challenges. So
Well, I hope
it's just nice that the video's already done. Usually with editing, living in hell for months trying to get something finished. I'm just glad that the thing we shot over the weekend is done already.
Boom. In the can.
yeah.
Thank God.
what do they say?
Behind on like 30 different things right now.
A real piece of art is never really done. You just stop working on it at some point, right?
That's true.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. I gotta stop this because you guys are gonna give me a
Aw,
bloated
man.
head, and I'm gonna feel too good about
No.
myself. But but I want to hear.
Fine.
Like, first of all, just a quick reminder to anybody watching this right now, free this Friday, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern time. The address is all over Facebook, all over Sick and Wrong's Facebook page. It's on sickandwrongfilm.com. It's on our Instagram. Please come watch. These people worked hard and made some really great movies, and I want you guys to watch them. Speaking
This
of
is the finest and Sick and Wrong content.
this is the finest of it, yeah. Better than all those stupid festivals I had. This is where it's So speaking of these wonderful people, I want to know if you guys have web presences, internet presences that you want people to pay attention to. Mark, do you have I don't know, do you want people to come find and follow you on the internet anywhere? And you can say no.
You can if you want to. I've got several aliases. You can go over iknowcinema.com and then look up Chuck Hilltop PhD, which is sort of like an alter ego.
I like your eyeball. I know cinema. They won't. It's a word joke. It doesn't work when you say it out loud.
Well, you know, it's funny. It's funny that you say that because everyone seems to think it's like a reference to like I know cinema, but it's actually not that. That's not what I mean by it at all. But whatever, you get out of it what you want to get out of it. But you can look it up. It's I know cinema, and yeah, you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. I have a website, www.iknowcinema.com, but there's nothing on it. You know, there's a link to my YouTube channel, which there's nothing on because everything has to go to festivals, and you guys don't want anything on YouTube.
Yeah. It's
Also,
awesome.
a lot of my movies are super offensive, and it would get me fired if I had them on.
Yeah, I remember our conversation on that podcast when you came down here for Wisdom, and you thought I was crazy for thinking your movie was kind of rapey, but
It's about rape.
that's not what you said on the podcast. You just tried to make me sound like an asshole. Oh, okay. So Mark and I have some history. We're gonna fight. We're gonna. Thank
No,
you.
we're not gonna fight. We're not gonna fight. No,
We're not gonna fight.
I'm from New York. You just gotta understand. It's not a fight. This is how I get. This is how I relate to people. Jeff understands.
I understand.
Oh,
Apparently, I broke Mark's thumb. If that makes you feel
That's
any
true. You
better.
did break my. Well, I'm assuming you. Because you're the only
He's
one moshing.
assuming that I broke his thumb. So in a mosh pit.
Well, I mean, I don't know anyone else in the mosh pit to blame it on, so I'm just gonna blame it on you.
Okay, I'll take the blame. That's fine.
Someone broke.
I'll put that feather in my cap. I'm really sorry about it too. Maybe I'm not sorry about it.
Jeff.
He probably deserved it. Don't worry, Jeff. He deserved it.
He probably deserved it. There you go.
Oh God. Okay, Sean. What about you guys?
Oh, Brian was on earlier talking about
Right.
Go King Writers Club, which is our podcast, but you can check us out at www.gokingwc.com. Yeah, and just on YouTube and TikTok, Instagram, all that.
So
junk.
I grew up in Europe, and every time I saw WC, it meant water closet. So
wait, you grew up in
do
Europe?
they call them that in Australia at all?
We call them Dunnies.
Okay, so nobody thinks Goat King bathroom when they see the. Sorry.
Well, not until I didn't think of it until now, mate. Jeez, that might have to come back to you with a new website address, but yeah.
Sorry.
But if you like horror stories, man, that's pretty much what our bag is. We write dumb horror stories. Like the one I wrote this week was about a dude that challenges the devil to a hot dog eating competition. So it sounds stupid when I say it out loud.
You shouldn't have said that out loud.
That sounds amazing.
I'm stealing that idea. Stolen.
Oh my God.
You're gonna see it in next year's Debacle. That's coming.
You gotta fly to New York to come and sue me.
Oh no,
Put it this way, you just pitched it to your target demo.
So I actually got sued this year for slander. So
Oh my goodness.
Talking to an experienced defendant. Yeah, I got sued this year for one of my jokes. So yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, if you want to stick on the hot dog story, it's all yours. I'd be flattered.
Okay.
Matthew, I'm about to ask you what you want people to pay attention to, but before I do, real fast, did you have anything else going on last weekend? It was just the shoe, right? No big deal. Just the.
I was gonna say it's a shame we're plugging stuff now because I was doing Video Drunk last week, and that was like, we're like the entire doing this exact thing with like 15 people. It's a film festival in Toronto.
Matthew runs the Video Drunk Film Festival, which he ran during the same weekend he was creating his Debacle movie because he is a profoundly disturbed masochist.
Wait, is that you're the guy from Canada?
Yeah, he's the one. He's the one.
You're the only one there? I almost submitted to your film festival, but like Stevens, I decided to withdraw The Puppet and the Pie till next year.
Yeah,
which is probably going to be 2 years from now.
He won't let me watch this movie.
I will let you watch the movie whenever you want. You just want me to submit the movie before you watch it.
Wait, what's
the name? Either way.
He's got a movie called The Puppet in the Pie that is playing right now, or playing on Saturday at the Planet 9 Film Festival.
True. I'm trying to find a link to that.
It's online, right? Like the Planet 9. Why am I plugging Planet 9? I don't know them.
Just go right. I'm actually going to find it right now for you guys. I'll send the link.
Yeah, but no, I did Video Drunk. That was fun. I was really drunk and like trying to stay awake while doing this as well. Good times.
I guess I should apologize for. Wait.
No, you have nothing to apologize for.
For ruining your festival experience at Video Drunk. But Video Drunk's a fun festival. I've never been there, but I've been in the program, I think.
You've been in the program, and you were at the Boston thing we did.
I was at the Boston thing, that's right, with Phil Healy and Buff doing sessions. And
I think you had to fly out like right away because you couldn't come to like the after thing.
No, okay. I I feel like we've known each other long enough. I can say this now.
Yeah.
I I bailed on you guys that night. I really wanted to come hang out with you. I really wanted to go get a drink with you. I really had to go to the bathroom, like really bad, and I spent like the rest of the night in my hotel bathroom.
It's probably good. Like before that, Phil had given me. Before I've been drinking like the whole day, and during the screening, Phil gave me a gummy.
Oh, and it's Massachusetts, so there might have been something in that gummy, wasn't there?
Yeah, and so I was like this the entire time I was talking to people.
See, I really wished I could have gone to that, but you know, I'm old now and I can't eat theater chicken wings like I used to be able to.
Well, if you come to Toronto, you can legally ingest whatever.
It's easier stuff than the booze I usually put in myself.
Probably. But yeah, plug stuff. Whatever. I don't know. Videodrunk.com. Got a bunch of Instagram and stuff like that.
He's got 2 different Facebook pages, and I never know which one he's updating. There are 2 different Video Drunk Facebook pages. I don't know if you knew that.
One I lost access to. We had like a malfunction. We had like an incident where like somebody got hold of it, and it's just a dead page.
Terrible.
I know. And what was it to plug? Google Water First to make a donation. Because there's like a dozen people watching this, I assume. Like,
Yeah.
everyone could go to Water First to make a donation.
There's a bunch of people over here in the Facebook chat right now, or at least like 3 of them. So
Yeah, go to Water First, make a donation, help some people out. Do your Christmas donation, your good Christmas charity donation. Do it.
I hate to follow that on the heels of that with Jeff talking
Yes.
about like his punk and horror podcasts and things. Jeff, I'll let you. You can either speak for your team. I don't know. I don't want to cut Chris and Matt out. They probably have things they want to plug too. But we'll start with you. What kind of internet presence do you want people paying attention to?
I have a website, frumess.com, just a website with stuff on it. That's me. And then, yeah, my YouTube page, I've really just, man, I'm just swinging for the fences with that. I make new videos every day. Today's video was about Megan is Missing. We did a deep dive on Megan is Missing.
Oh, that movie is so fucked up. Oh,
it's so fucked
shit.
up. And I did a whole 90-minute video essay about how the importance of Megan is Missing and how fucked up it is and yada, 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 and the resurgence on TikTok. But I do videos every day. I do a Misfits podcast on there. I got a show called Pizza Punk where I interview musicians. So there's musicians of note and short films and just everything that I do that's not feature films. That's separate. And yeah, so I put that link in the chat here, and I also put it in the Facebook. So Frumess, just look up Frumess on YouTube. That's it.
Yeah, you invited me to come talk to you one time about that movie, The Divide, and I think that was one of the most like rousing and incisive conversations I've had about film, about a particular film in a really long time. That was a lot of fun.
That was a good convo. That was fun. We got to do that again.
We'll should absolutely. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be. Yeah, I got to catch up on stuff. Anyway, Chris, what about you? Do you have some place on the internet you'd like people to pay more attention to you?
Yeah, I mean, I have like way too many things, honestly. As my social medias, just follow me at Chris Lavinia on Twitter. Also maybe follow the Twitter page to my film Dead Air. We made me and my partner Matt Sullivan, we made a really cool short horror film that like now we're trying to get like made into a feature. We're talking with like some people and about doing that. So maybe follow those 2 pages. I do a radio show every Tuesday from 12 to 1 EST on this internet station, kpiss.fm. The show is called Terminal Transmission. I play a lot of weird like punk and metal and also whatever weird electronic stuff. Basically anytime like, you know, Tobacco or John Carpenter drops a new track, I just geek out over that. And Matt and I both have a YouTube web series, or it also airs on our local public access station, a show we do called It's Our Show, We Do What We Want, that we did the first season. We started shooting the second season at the beginning of this year. Unfortunately, of course, COVID basically put a stop to that, but we are in the process of starting the second season. So if anybody y'all want to check out It's Our Show, We Do What We Want on YouTube, the best way I could describe it is imagine if Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World wanted to do Tim and Eric. and you kind of have an idea of what it is.
Nice.
And yeah, just check me out on that. I've been writing down everybody else's thing on my phone, so I'll be in touch with all you guys too. I'm just checking out your stuff. So thank you. Rock on,
Mr.
man.
Otaku.
Yes, well, you can find me on Instagram. That's peas on trees with underscores in between the 3 words. And yeah, so I put everything on there as far as just like cool pictures, stuff we're working on. And yes, I pee on 1 tree in all 50 states, a goal 5 states away from being recognized. So I'm very happy about that.
You got
Our
45
2,
states already.
I have 45, and
I've taken a few of those photos.
I did Washington D.C. as its own thing, which totally fucked me up because now I have to do all the territories. So it's like, gotta go
when
to
are you
Guam
going to
now.
Guam?
Yeah, I gotta go to Guam now, but I'm not too disappointed about that. Guam actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Chris already named one of them. The two babies of ours that you can find on YouTube right now. I put in the chat the YouTube page to It's Our Show. Honestly, I fucking love working on that show with Chris. We've been doing this for a couple years now. I'm very proud of that. We literally working on season 2 editing right now. Like we've been getting season 2 started. The other show that I've been doing for a couple years with Chris is called Kicking Some Ass, which you can find on my YouTube. I'm on YouTube. It's just Matthew Rattacco. The first couple were in festivals, but now that it's at like episode 5 or 6, it's kind of hard to put an episode 5 in a festival. So I just put them all on YouTube so you could see them there. And that's another one. Love doing that show. We have a lot of fun doing that. So definitely those are the top things regarding myself that I would say.
Very cool. Well, Tracy, I assume we can find some of your writing on pop horror, but is there anything else, any place else you'd like to point people at?
Well, pop horror is my site. I share it with Tori Danielle. I don't know if anybody knows who she is. And we cover all things horror. So if anybody has any kind of news or reviews or interviews, anything like that, we just started up our own podcast, The Horror Frequency. I just had a short story published in It Came from the Darkness, which was a charity anthology.
Nice.
Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, you can follow us all anywhere you find pop horror news on Twitter.
Very cool. Well, thank you again for joining us. I certainly appreciate having you here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank all you filmmakers for making your fucked up movies and joining up with this silly thing I came up with one day.
How many people were there total? How many submissions do you have total for this?
There are 34 completed teams, or 34 completed movies.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
What an accomplishment. Man. That is so amazing.
So I know, and I know we have Australia and Canada. What other countries?
We got Australia, Canada, Finland is in here.
Wow.
The Finns love you.
The Finns, yeah, I love the Finns. The Finns are so great. Their movie is, I will tell you, without telling you anything about it, their movie is called The Pussy with an Uzi. And it's delightful.
Yes.
We got a couple submissions from the UK, I think. At least one submission from the UK. And then just like all over the US, of course. LA, Illinois. I don't even remember where.
Really proud of this, man.
I'm so proud of this. This is so much fun. You
gotta do this again, man.
I'm sold on it. I really am.
Because I don't know if you got my message, but you're like kind of driving content in a way. Because no other festivals.
You brought 36 films into creation with your call to arms. You brought 36 films. That's hours of film, that video, whatever content you brought into this world at a time where it's like, really hard to make a movie, and people came out over 25. 25 would have been a really good number. Way over that came out to make movies. That's pretty cool.
I was gonna feel pretty good if I had 10 finished movies at the end of this. So I'm still kind of like right now, because Friday's still coming up. I'm still like in the machinery mode. Come this weekend, I'm just gonna like melt all over, emotionally and physically all over my.
It's gonna feel good, dude.
But
it's gonna feel good.
Yeah, It's so incredible. And I mean, I really just can't thank everybody enough. This has been so much fun. Please, if you're watching this and come watch the movies on Friday, they're going to be incredible. Please just come Friday.
Hell yeah.
I've been spreading the word.
Thank you
I've been
very
telling you,
much.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Start pumping
Thank you,
heavily.
Stephen, for doing this.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. All
It's
right,
going to be a great reason to drink at 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Yes. Hell yes. Well, before I get too mushy, I'm going to go ahead and hang up on all of you. But this has been great. Thanks again. We're doing one more Q&A tomorrow at 6. But you guys, you've done your homework. You're good till Friday. I'll see you all Friday. Let's do our wave shot.
So long. Nice to meet everybody.
Nice meeting
Nice to
everyone.
meet you
Nice to meet you
all. I
guys.
can't wait to see everybody's films.
Yeah, I'm really looking
Same
forward to
here.
watching all
Mazel
these.
tov to all of you, truly.
This is going to be
Happy
fun.
Hanukkah.
Happy-
Happy Hanukkah.